A sanatorium is a facility that would take in patients who suffered from tuberculosis. This place was not designed to take in the mentally ill, and that's how it ended. This entire facility would close in 2011 as the Lee Allen Bryant, and it shut down due to a lot of mistreatment of the patients. Due to a bad deal in the beginning, the Lee Allen Bryant was supposed to take in regular nursing home patients. Last minute deal falls through, and in order to save the facility, they would have to take in mentally ill patients. This place was not high security or anything. There were residents and patients that could just leave. There was a sign outside that would say, "Do not pick up hitchhikers." And that was literally because they were walking straight out of the facility, getting picked up. Some were killing themselves in the woods. Others had just wandered off and then drowned in the water outside. Due to a lot of these situations, it would unfortunately close in 2011. But what I think probably drove it home was a murder-suicide in the power plant. My name is Adam Kimmel. I've been a part of the Indiana State Sanatorium for about 2.5 years. I met Greg and formed a partnership with him to allow paranormal teams to come in here and investigate. What we're inside right now is the main administration building when this was the tuberculosis era. This was just where their offices were, different areas where they could see incoming patients. It's actually all that remains from a very larger structure. You know, the longer a place is investigated, things can change, and that gets into the whole theory of like attachments. More things are coming here because if the dead are trying to communicate with you, it's open mic night here, not at the next door neighbor's house or this. So it's going to attract a lot of other hauntings. People have heard screams here, which that gets into residual haunting. There were mentally ill patients kept here, so you can imagine there would have been screaming and things like that. I'll take you guys in. We'll go in through the tunnel complex and into what is left of the tuberculosis ward. This is their administration building. The former owner used to do motocross out here, had the place trashed, just bikes going through it. When they were cleaning this up, weren't there a bunch of wheelchairs blocking this?
Well, there was the bags of hospital gowns everywhere, and then it was like you couldn't even get into the door. It was just full of a bunch of stuff.
You would think there has to be a morgue here, right? When they cleared that out, they were able to get into this room and they found all of this still time capsuled in here. So you have this here, bathtub, I'm assuming it's something for x-ray, and another vault right here. People have taken pictures in this mirror and they reviewed back and sent it to us. There's like an extra person, shadow figure. Stone tape theory is something within the community that says even right now, as we're talking in this building, it is being recorded into it. We don't understand what makes it trigger back, right? That's a residual haunting. 100 years from now, if this building is still standing and people are still investigating this building, they may actually be doing a recording. They may capture our voices. And it would make no sense to them because obviously we're talking about this stuff. Even if I come in now and I bang this wall, we have to try to understand, when does a haunting begin, right? When does that residual energy trap? Because tomorrow a team could come in here and all of a sudden they hear 2 bangs. It's our energy being trapped in here. Did you see something down there?
I feel like I did.
There's something like glowing.
Like dashed across.
Something.
Yeah.
It's interesting, before we started walking down here, you and I were looking down there, we just had this weird vibe, like, it felt like someone was down there, but technically no other living people should be here right now, if that helps at all. So each floor had a designation. So the 5th floor was your high-risk men. 4th floor was men that couldn't be with women. 3rd floor was women that couldn't be with men.
1st and 2nd were COVID.
And I can only imagine if there were violent offenders here, those would be the ones that are gonna be the ones scratching, biting, you know, when you get tugged and things like that, it's most likely probably them. Have you heard of individuals that are grounded? I can tell you what that is. People that, you're around a negative person for a long time, right? Or, you know, and they're around you and they affect your mood. They put you in that bad mood. I'm sorry, you're going to be some of the most susceptible to what I believe is possession. This is just coming from a scientific way. I'm trying to understand what I'm observing. People that can be around others and not affected by their... I'll take you back to where we all met.
Okay.
And then you guys are on your own.
How you feeling?
I feel fine. I don't feel uneasy yet. I haven't really got that feeling at all, so.
You seem to be the least worried about anything going down tonight.
Yeah.
Is there a reason behind this?
I'm just kind of like skeptical, I guess. You know, like that guy Adam, he was talking about all the experiences he's been through, but he sounds like he really believes it. At the same time, I've just never seen anything like it. You know, I grew up watching those TV shows, and it was like the most fake thing ever. You know, so
you're more like you gotta see it to believe it.
That's right.
Now, are you a believer? You know, going through the interview we just had with Adam and kind of taking a tour of the place.
I think in general, it just makes, I don't know, it's freaky because I don't solidly think, no, there's no way that happened. Like, oh, I think like their experiences are real, but like it's just their imagination. I think I'm a very open person. I think it's possible that they exist, but I don't know for sure. I think it's just the idea that it's possible that really gets to me.
I've never done anything like this before. I can't say I will after this. I think this is probably my one-time limit.
First and last time?
Yep. You know, one day free trial. After this, you couldn't pay me enough to come back here.
What did you think about what he said? And
Oh, I think it's so cool. Just knowing that people do have these kinds of experiences, like, is something that I want to be able to say, like, oh, this happened to me. Like, I know what this is like.
I found out just a few days ago, someone had shown up and they said, hey, you know that this is ranked as Indiana's most haunted location? I think what makes Indiana State Sanatorium so special is all of the recipes of the things that are happening here. You have the tuberculosis era. You have, you know, when it became a nursing home, things like this. So many different emotions are stained into this place. But when you have a facility dealing with the mentally ill, that's where it becomes very wild. I do believe the dead retain their human emotions and behaviors. Therefore, that is why the activity is so spiked. They're literally trying to communicate harder than others. Here at the Indiana State Sanatorium, I have had experiences that no doubt have sent chills down my spine. I have seen the shadow figures. What we captured on camera was, we were just walking through the hallway, recording in between. It wasn't until that footage was reviewed that we heard a woman screaming in the distance, bloody murder.
Where we at, Gabe?
Right now we're at Indiana State Sanatorium. I don't really want to be here.
Oh, he's badass. He's actually not even joking. Right above you, Brady.
Oh yeah. You guys been binge watching all the Jigsaw movies lately?
Oh yeah. Probably the bat.
I feel so bad for Kaylee because that was the one.
I was like, no, the bat's fine. It won't. Let's just, you know, keep our heads to the ground. This thing goes.
No, literally, I was like, that
Starts coming at us, right?
That's how. Oh my God, what is that?
It's not funny.
Oh my God, Kaylee, what was that? That was so scary.
You hear something?
I swear I heard some like feet shuffling downstairs.
Stop! You son of a. Which one of you did it? Huh? Wait.
None of us.
Which one of you did it?
None of us.
Is Gabe hiding somewhere?
No.
Gabe is upstairs.
He did it.
This demon.
With my demon powers.
Yeah, it was you.
It wasn't me, I swear to God.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I'm gonna stand in one spot.
Ooh, what is that?
It's just like an old, I think the generator or something.
Ask if we should go in there.
You want us to go in there? Are you tapping?
I think we should put a flashlight up there and see if it can like.
Turn it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn it on.
I want you to knock that cup over. I hear you tapping. Tap on that cup.
Oh my God.
That was loud, dude.
That was really loud.
That
It's like
was
full
loud.
Footsteps.
That was loud.